We're supposed to determine the solution to the system of inequalities. So first, pretend they're an equation. Pretend that says y equals x. So to graph y equals x, that has a slope of 1, right, because the number in front of x is a 1. And has a y-intercept of 0 because there's no number over here. So that means it starts at 0, 0. It goes up 1 to the right 1, up 1 to the right 1. You can pick any of those dots and it should work. And it's a solid line and not a dotted line because the inequality symbol has this line underneath. It means it could be equal to. We're going to use a dotted line in this next one, and y is less than negative 5x plus 2. So I'm getting my dotted line. Oops, no, there we go. Okay. I guess I got to do it later. But this next one, it's in slope-intercept form. It's got a y-intercept of 2, so that's its starting point on the y-axis. And has a slope of negative 5, which means I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and to the right 1 and put a dot. But this one has to be dotted because it doesn't have the or equal to symbol. But then this is an inequality, so the last part is we have to use this bucket tool to shade the solution. Okay, so to find out where the solution is, you just have to pick some points inside each of these 4 slices of pizza here, made by our graphs. So, let's take this point, negative 4, 0. Negative 4 on the x, 0 on the y. That's a point that clearly lands in this slice over here, right? Plug those coordinates into your original inequalities and see if they make a true statement. So I'm plugging 0 in for y, negative 4 in for x. So is 0 less than negative 4? It isn't, right? Because being negative is smaller than 0. 0 is not less than negative 4. So I tested this point out. It didn't work. That means we forget about the other one because it needs to work for both. It's not a solution over here. So let's try out another point. I like to pick them right on the axes if I can, because then I can plug in 0. Like this point up here is 0, 10. 0 on the x, 10 on the y. That's a point that clearly lands in this slice of pizza. So I'm going to plug in 0 in for x, 10 in for y. Is 10 less than 0? It isn't. That's not true. So that means every other point you pick in here is also not going to be true. So let's try one from this slice of pizza. 4, 0. If I plug in 4 in for x and 0 in for y, is 0 less than 4? Yes, it is. So it's true so far. We just have to check this other one to see if it's true down here. 0 in for y and 4 in for x is my test point right here. So I got negative 5 times 4 is negative 20. Negative 20 plus 2 is negative 18. Is 0 less than negative 18? It isn't, right? 0 is bigger than negative 18. So I tested this one, didn't work. Tested this one, tested this one. So there's only one last slice of pizza that will work. So that's the correct answer. So you got to have that shading for the correct answer. Oops, I forgot I can't submit.